So welcome to Feel Fab in 5. I've got a mixture here of some of the ladies that are joining as part of the 5-day free challenge, and then I've got a few of my existing clients in here as well, because I've extended this out to all of you ladies as well, so that you can feel the benefit of being boosted for 5 days. So lovely to have new and existing. I'm not going to call you old, because you're not old. You are gracefully learning more about life. That's all. So welcome to everyone. I'm really pleased to have you. So each day I'm going to go live. I've picked 5 p.m. as my time. I'm going to have to take my sweatshirt off because I'm boiling. I picked 5 p.m. as a time because last time I did this, I got feedback that doing it really early in the morning didn't work for a lot of people. So I am really interested to see how many of you join in if I do this at 5 o'clock. Most of you that know me know I'm a real early bird, so I tend to do things really early, but we'll see. If more of you join at this time of day, then that's great. I'll do them at this time of day going forward. Okay, so each day I'm going live at 5 and I'm going to share with you some helpful hints, some support. And today we're going to be covering the 5 habits that I've set all of you and talking about why they're so important. So a reminder of what those habits are: plan your day, drink 1.5 liters of water, go for a walk outside, eat protein with every meal, and eat 5 portions of fruit and veg. So I want to start with why I've set these as habits. So in my coaching programs, whatever coaching program you work with me in, we learn to build long-term sustainable habits that last for a lifetime. The reason being that losing weight isn't the sign of a successful diet. Actually, maintaining that weight loss is. Okay, so many of you, whether you're an existing client or you've just joined me for Feel Fab in 5, you've completed forms for me at one point or another telling me that you've lost weight and gained it back again over and over and over. And I know how miserable that is because I did that for years. Okay, so in order for us to call a diet successful, I want to be able to speak to you in 12 months' time and hear that you maintained that weight loss, that you've kept the weight off. And that will only happen if you maintain the habits that are required to do that. Because all diets work the same way. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, or more accurately, body fat. But you've likely tried, I'm sorry to say, the easy options before with meal plans or point systems or sins or shakes or restricting big food groups. And none of those things have worked long term because you haven't created the habits and behaviors around that calorie deficit, which is all of what all diets work on: a calorie deficit. They just dress it up differently. You've not worked on the habits and behaviors that set you up for long-term and sustainable weight loss. There's nothing magic about the methods you've tried in the past, and actually most of them overcomplicate nutrition and losing weight. And I can show you how simple this can be if you decide, if you're not an existing client, because I've got some, hello, I've seen you all come in. I've got some existing ladies with me, but if you're new and you decide to come and work with me, and you all know I'm a coach, so I'm going to be talking about my programs and coming to work with me. I'm not going to hide that fact, but I can teach you how to do that if you decide to come and work with me. So why is there no calorie deficit in that list of 5 habits then? Well, simply put, those habits are the ones you need to live a healthy life for life. They're not temporary. They're not what you need to be healthy for the next 5 days or the next 4 weeks or whatever. They are what you need to be healthy for the rest of your life. Okay. And for those of you that have been working with me for a while that are struggling at the moment, this is a good reminder of why you're doing those habits, why we focus on these habits. If you're struggling, remember these habits aren't just about weight loss, they're about being healthy for the rest of your life. And then what we add in is a calorie deficit, which helps you to lose weight. But once you've done that, once you've lost weight and you've got to where you want to be in terms of your clothes size or your weight on the scales or whatever, you still need, why have I gone blurry? There we go. You still need to do all those other habits. They're still really important. They don't stop being important just because you've lost weight. Now, there are a couple of other habits that I work on with my clients, and they're linked to stress and sleep, but I picked the 5 that are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck for 5 days, and that are easier to implement. You know, sleep and stress are quite complicated beasts. Okay, so that's why I've picked those 5. Before I go into talking about those 5, though, I've got a few kind of truth bombs I need to hit you with. And again, this is relevant to you whether you are new to my world and you just joined me for these 5 days, or whether you're an existing client that's been working with me for quite a while. Okay. Oh, look, the thumbs up has arrived. Okay. Number 1, you are here because of you. And you might not like hearing that, but it's true. You're a product of your actions, behaviors, and habits up until this very point. Yes, life circumstances, life throws things at us, but you make choices with all of those circumstances. So if you want to change, things need to change. Because whatever you've tried in the past hasn't worked. Because if it had have worked, you wouldn't have signed up for this 5 days, or you wouldn't be an existing client. If you want to change your body and also your life, because let's be really clear, when you learn how to implement healthy habits, when you learn how to eat without guilt, without restriction, when you learn how to take care of your body, which is the only home you have, it changes your life for the better. So if you want to change your body and your life, you can't carry on with things the way they are now. You have to accept that something has to change. And I love this saying, nothing changes if nothing changes. Right? Number 2, you're in control of more things than you think you are. You can make changes. It doesn't matter what else is going on in your life. You always have control over something, even if it's only something tiny. You're the average of all of your actions, your behaviors, and your habits. So if you want to change, if you want a change end result, you have to accept that you've got to change and take control of the things that you can now. Number 3, you need to stop looking for a quick fix, a pill, or a magic plan. They don't exist. They don't work long term. You need to stop thinking that you need to eat as little as possible or ban yourself from certain foods or social occasions. And actually, the way I work with my clients is to get them eating as much as possible while still getting the results. And this is why these habits are so important. I want you to live your life and get results, but that comes from more than a calorie deficit. And then number 4, and this is big for all of you as well, realize it takes time, it takes patience, it takes effort, and often support, which is exactly why you're here. So let's talk about the 5 habits then. So number 1 that I've given you is plan your day. Now, one of the principles of my coaching is win the day. How can you win the day if you don't plan it? I advocate that my clients plan for their whole week. But as we're looking at just 5 days at the moment, I want you to think about planning your day, small steps, right? So what does that mean? It means about thinking about what's the most important things for your day ahead, for you, for work, for the family, for the dog. When and what is breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Where do you need to be at what time? And what do you need help with? So plan your day. The clients that get the best results with me are the ones that plan their weeks and their days. Number 2 is drink 1.5 litres of water. This might be huge for some people, or some of you might already be doing it. We're often chronically dehydrated and relying on caffeine and fizzy drinks to get us through. We miss thirst signals and we go straight for food, or we go straight for drinks that are not water. So dehydration is a major cause of fatigue and brain fog. So if you often feel quite brain fogged, I mean, it could be perimenopause as well, but fatigue and brain fog are often linked to underhydration. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Number 3 is go for a walk outside. So many of you have talked about stress, anxiety, low mood and depression when you've talked to me. Apart from getting your steps in being an incredible way to increase your energy expenditure, getting out for a walk, especially first thing in the morning, is a great way of you helping your circadian rhythm, helping you sleep, easing stress, easing anxiety, boosting your mood, and regulating your nervous system, as well as boosting your energy. What I often say when people have a 3 p.m. dip is, rather than go for a caffeinated drink and a chocolate bar, go outside for 10 minutes first. Number 4 is eating protein with every meal. So protein is key to weight loss after calories. It's the answer to so many dieting issues. It keeps you full. It helps stabilize your blood sugar and to curb your cravings. And it's also vital for the health of our body. Every single cell in your body is made of protein. And then the last one is eating 5 portions of fruit and veg. Now, fruit and veg are full of the nutrients that we need for health. They're also low in calories, but high in volume, meaning that you can eat more of them for less calories. So I want you to be thinking about how you can fill your plates and your meals with as many fruits and veggies as possible, especially if you've been ill, injured, or under the weather recently. So in the resources in Everfit, there's recipe examples and food guides, and both of those will give you tips about how you can increase fruit, veg, and protein. Now, out of the Feel Fab in 5 ladies, I can see lots of you are making use of the app. You're adding meals, you're logging workouts, and that's great. And the rest of my clients, you're doing that anyway. And over the 5 days, just like I do with my regular clients, I look through, see what you're doing, make suggestions, give some feedback. So for now, your task is to get on with trying to tick off your 5 habits for the day. But I want you to think about which one of those habits you find most difficult and why. And then you can either ask now, because we've got a little bit of time for questions, or you can ask in the group for help with that. So I'll open it up for questions if anyone's got any. Anyone want to ask any questions? You can take yourself off mute. You can type it in the chat. Any questions? Hydrate. No, I don't think so. Let's check no one's coming off of mute. Okay, cool. Well, I kept to my 15 minutes that I said I was going to. Right, so go smash your 5 habits. Remember, you're in control of more than you think you are. And I will either see you in the Feel Fab in 5 group, or other clients, I'll see you in our groups as well. So have a nice evening, everyone. Mwah. Bye.